What's up guys, it's Klex, and today we're going to be going over how to become a smarter player. The first tip, watch pros play with the purpose of learning from it. If you're watching a pro team streaming their scrims, listen to what they discuss after each map they play. Optic Chicago do this very frequently in their streams, and it's a great opportunity to delve into the mind of top pros that are trying to improve, and most of the time you can add what they're discussing to your gameplay. Another tip is to take advantage of the amount of great videos that are on YouTube that will help you improve. Search things like spawn guides, especially this, it's a big part about becoming a smarter player. Really, this will help out a lot because obviously you'll understand where opponents are appearing on the map after they die. Other things to search, lines of sight, hardpoint guides, S&D strats, and you could even watch my hardpoint setup series. That'd be a good one as well. And as a player, going back to watching pros play, if you are just starting to analyze pro gameplay and are having a tough time learning from it, here are two channels I recommend. For Respawn, watch IKO Nation, link in the description to his channel. He does a great job of explaining why pros are doing what they're doing in Respawn, and this is a way to start delving into how to come up with your own takeaways when you watch and analyze games on your own. Another channel, but for strictly S&D, that I recommend, which I did in my last video, I recommend this channel as well. That's just how good it is. This channel is Tupac Thuglord's channel. He used to coach for Optic Chicago for their S&D gameplay last year, and now he does a S&D CDL VOD review series, which is top notch. I highly recommend to watch it. This will improve your S&D game / knowledge. And next, the last tip on the topic of watching is to of course watch and learn from your own gameplay. Big recommendation to do so, and to watch my video that I made recently on how to exactly learn from that. Done with talking about watching, another tip is to focus on trying to play with people that are better than you, so you can learn from them and add the things that they are doing that makes them a better player to your game. Ask them why they do what they do and ask for advice. Tell them to give you suggestions as you play with them. And if you're gonna ask me, oh, how do I find people that are better than me? You know, it's hard. What do I do? I highly suggest doing this. If you're playing ranked play, you're solo queuing, or even if you play with, you know, your friend, one friend, another friend, you find a random person. If they did really good on the map, invite them, you know, play with them, talk to them, try a couple other maps with them. They suck, they're good, great, you can learn from them. Another tip, a big part of becoming a smarter player faster is to choose one role and stick with it. As a strictly OBJ player myself, it's easier for me to improve because I'm able to focus on key aspects of the game, which in my opinion, we're just gonna do maybe like a small example or metaphor. Becoming better with an SMG, focusing on the objective more than the rest of my team, while on the contrary, an AR player would want to focus on playing better with an AR, of course, but more importantly, focusing on spawns and understanding power positions on the map, how to use those to their full advantage and all that kind of stuff. Basically, realize that picking a role and sticking to it will make it easier to become a smarter individual player faster. I recommend this mindset for a beginner or maybe intermediate, I would say. Obviously, we're all amateurs. You know, I'm pretty sure nobody watching this video is a professional, because, you know, if we think this way, if we do this, I believe it will speed up our learning and it will help us become a smarter player faster. Now, another thing, as you play, try to keep a big picture mindset. Sometimes players are experiencing only what's going on in front of them and thinking about that, but not what's happening throughout the whole map entirely. Keep in mind, of course, of spawns, rotations, power positions, streaks, etc. Sometimes this is like a natural thing for us to think about. You know, some people you don't need to explain this to, some people you do, and maybe, you know, you can improve on stuff like this, of course. Those things are a big part of becoming a smart player. You need to understand those things. Basically, I'm just saying to become better at thinking one step ahead. When you're setting up, whether it's S&D, hardpoint, or control, try thinking of what's the best action you can take next, for example. If you're dead in S&D and are expecting a teammate that you aren't going to give any knowledge to, is to think of what you can do in the next round to improve. That'd be a greater mindset to have than just sitting there when you're not going to talk to the guy. Try to think of what you're doing wrong or what you can improve on. Well, maybe even try to come up with the next play you're going to tell your teammates. That's a better mindset to have. That will definitely make you a smarter player. Something that will come with the more experience you gain is understanding timing, because this is especially important for S&D, because if you understand this, you'll understand how long it takes for people to get to certain positions. It's important to learn this because if you do, you'll learn how to play around certain situations, which will in turn allow you to improve your overall playstyle. As the number one thing to be a good player in Call of Duty, in my opinion, is map position. On top of this, It will also help you to make reads too in S&D, and that's a big thing if you want to become better at clutching. Lastly, speaking of positioning, and this goes for all modes, but of course again, especially S&D, is to be in position to trade with your teammates. This way you aren't giving the enemy much map control. Think about it. Having a 3-piece in this game is so big. It wasn't really in MW, but we've seen it. It can sometimes change the map's outcome in Cold War or most other Call of Duties in the past, now that we're back in 4v4 basically. So if you try not to give big multiple kills like that, you really could be able to suffocate the team more easily. I mean, if we think about it, in SMD of course, you'd rather be able to team up in a 2v1 to make it almost impossible for the enemy to clutch than to both go out on your own, giving the enemy more of a chance to clutch the round when you have the numbers advantage. On top of learning spawns, rotations, all that kind of stuff, understand that it's really important to be in a situation to trade with your teammates most of the time. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Those are all the tips I have for today. So if you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like. That will really help the Call of Duty competitive community. It will push out this video to more people, and it will hopefully help them improve, as I hope I have done with you. I hope that you learned some things in this video. You know what? Let's try something different for today. Leave a comment below. What was your favorite tip? If you have any of your own advice that you would like to give to people, leave it in the comment section below. How would you suggest someone to become a smarter player? And then another thing, we got a Discord, link in the description below. Hopefully you guys can join that, play with people that have the similar mindset as you as to improving at Call of Duty Competitive. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. If you haven't already, subscribe for more Call of Duty competitive tip videos like this. It's been Klex, and I'm out guys.